Welcome back, guys. Episode 11 of What's the Catch, joined by Kyle Tice, of course.
How we doing?
Doing good, doing good. Interesting week, am I right? A lot of rumors, a lot of all-star game snubs, we think. A lot of things were
Yeah,
happening this week in sports.
this is just like it's a lull time in sports, like gearing up for March Madness, and it's just you get like those little inkling of rumors here and there,
Yeah,
like especially the stuff with Russell Wilson. That's what
yeah.
we'll probably start off with. So, according to some reports, Russell Wilson stormed out on some meetings in season with the Seahawks, and just there was just reports that he just didn't want to be there. Maybe he could go somewhere with a better offensive line. What do you think about that?
I think the best fit for Wilson is the Bears. The Bears are the most complete team, and if Wilson goes there, we're going to see Allen Robinson with the top 10 QB. We've never seen Allen Robinson with an actual QB. We've only seen him with plumbers. We've seen him with Blake Bortles, Mitch Trubisky, and who I forget who else. But it's just gonna be good to
Yeah,
see Allen
Nick
Robinson with a
Foles.
good.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, we're gonna see a good quarterback with Allen Robinson, and he already tears up the league. So I think the best spot for them is the Bears because they have a great defense as well. What about you?
There's there's no way. There's no way they give him up. Why would the Seahawks give up Russell Wilson? I get he like doesn't has some feelings like the offensive line isn't fantastic, but like
Yeah,
we see with Watson, if you demand a trade, it doesn't necessarily happen right away. And he's got a good thing going in Seattle. I just don't think the organization, why they just wouldn't give up on him. But if it did escalate to the where he's really unhappy, he really wants to go, I like the Saints. They don't have the cap space for him. They'll have to move a lot around. Probably have to get rid of a playmaker. Probably have to get rid of Cam Jordan, maybe somebody on the offensive line too. So it's kind of counterintuitive because he's looking for a better offensive line. But if he goes to the Saints would have to get rid of one of their better offensive linemen. But if you put Russell Wilson on the Saints win the Super Bowl, no
mm,
doubt.
no, I don't think that. No, I think you put them on the Bears, they win the Super Bowl.
The Bear, their defense was great 2-3 years ago, but they're taking some steps back here and there.
I
I just
disagree. I disagree with that. I think
I
they I
think
think they're still very strong, and I feel like they're making the playoffs with Russell Wilson. Without Russell Wilson, with a Mitch, I think if you give them Russell Wilson, they're a 12-win team easily.
yeah, I do like that. I do like him going to the Bears if he does leave, but like I said, there's no way that Seattle lets go of him.
Yeah, no way. They said KJ Wright tweeted Russ ain't going anywhere. Like he's not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
And you saw like the little photoshops, like Michael Thomas changed his profile picture.
Yeah,
Uh
he's not.
Cordell Patterson changed his profile picture too.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
not going nowhere.
it's just off-season banter. It's just like the guys are trying to stay entertained. I think
Yeah, the
that
guys are
it's
getting
just
bored.
Wilson probably just wants to be respected a little bit more in the organization. He wants to make more decisions and stuff like that. So it's more probably about sending a message to the organization like I'm your guy, things run through me, rather than I want to get out of here.
Yeah, I think so to an extent, but I also feel like the Seahawks don't really have much of a future anymore. I think they're like starting to get away from their prime. Their defense is terrible. They just
Yeah, they have
traded
to
two
definitely
first
have to
round
revamp
picks
that
for
defense.
Jamal Adams. I just don't think they have a lot of bright future spots. Yes, they do with DK, got Tyler Lockett, they got Carson, but I just think their O line's terrible. Defense is terrible, and they have the hardest division in football, in my opinion, with the
No doubt,
49ers,
yeah.
Rams. Come on. I just
Especially with
don't.
Stafford coming in now to that
Yeah,
division. Just makes it already tougher.
I think it's hard for them to be able to, and they have the Cardinals. I forgot. I think it's going to be hard for them to win, and I think Wilson knows that. So I think he could want to leave, but I don't think he will leave. I think he's too
Yeah.
important to that team.
It's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
Realistically, like we said, probably not going to happen. But Russell Wilson likes attention. We all know that.
yeah,
So this could just be another way of just making some headlines. You know what I was
yeah.
thinking about the other day, actually?
What?
Um, where do you think Cam Newton's going to go? Do you think he's going to play again?
I was thinking about that too. I was actually watching a different podcast called I Am Athlete with like Brandon Marshall, Chad Ochocinco, and they were talking to Cam Newton, and Cam Newton was saying, I don't think there's 32 people better than me. Like
Uh-huh.
Cam Newton was once an MVP. He's not as good
Was
anymore.
once. Heavy
Once.
emphasis on the was once.
Yeah. I don't know if there's 32 guys better than him. I don't think Drew Lock's better than him.
Uh-huh. I don't
I
think
don't
Teddy
think
Bridgewater's better than him.
no, but they're gonna draft someone. I think. I think Cam Newton could. I think he could go back to the Patriots. Personally.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. It depends on, like we said, it depends on the draft. I mean, I do like the Panthers would take a chance on him if like they just have a nightmare draft scenario. They don't end up trading up, they trade back or something. They don't get a quarterback, or they're just not impressed with the quarterback that they do get. So the Panthers maybe going back to the Patriots. That's pretty logical.
You think he goes back to the Panthers? I think if the Panthers offer him, he says no.
Just because he feels disrespected,
Yeah,
just like because they got rid of him the first time.
the
Yeah, I
Panthers,
mean,
they told him, you're not a part of our plan in the future. We don't want you. They kicked him to the street. There's no way they.
and but he's back on the street. Like he needs somewhere to go. He needs to find a home. You don't think if
No way.
31 other teams said no, all right,
No way.
he would just.
I
You think he would just take
well,
a backup job somewhere?
I don't think the Panthers would ever. You know how silly that makes their franchise look.
I know it does
That makes them
because
look
they like
so
did a little
silly.
experiment. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cam Newton's not great, like we said. He's not. He's just
Mhm.
not great anymore. I think he just looks
Yeah,
silly if they do that. But
I
yeah,
agree.
football. We're gonna get more into it next episode. But important day. Baseball is back. Baseball is back.
Baseball is so back. Pitchers and catchers reporting.
Um, Baseball is back. We saw the big contract extension with Fernando Tatis Jr., one of the studs, 14 years, 340 mil. What do you think of that contract?
First of all, I'll start out by saying, did you know that he's only getting half of that money because of the California state tax?
Yeah, I
He's
know.
getting
It's
like,
crazy.
I think what was it? It was like 368 or something. I think he's getting like whatever that is divided
Yeah.
into half. But
Same thing happened to Trout. Same thing happened to Betts. It's crazy. I mean,
yeah,
the tax
I
is
mean,
like insane.
it comes with the territory though because he's probably gonna make that money back in endorsements
Yeah.
somehow with the LA spotlight and all that. I mean,
He's
not
not worried
LA,
about
but the
money.
California
He's not
spotlight.
worried about
Yeah,
money. For
he's not worried
sure.
about money. But I kind of like locking in guys for a long time like that. If you do believe in them, like a guy like
Yeah.
Trout, they're pretty much saying Tatis is their guy. He's gonna be the guy. So like, why not? Why not lock him in? Because if you have all the evidence there that he's gonna be a great player, he has been. He'll continue to be. So like, you might, if the opportunity's there, you lock down a guy like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely risky. We don't know if he gets injured. No one wants injury on anyone, but that's the risk they're taking. And
Mm-hmm.
it's also a risk Tatis is taking. Could make a lot more money by signing a
In a
5 year
different
deal.
market.
5 year deal, getting a load of money, and then 5 years later, if he's doing just as good, sign a 14-year deal then. I mean, but the Padres, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. They brought in a lot of pitching this year with Snell, Darvish. I know they're in the Dodgers division, but I know everyone's like, oh, the Dodgers are a lock. The Dodgers are a lock. But I don't know. The Padres could do something.
Yeah, it sucks to me that the Padres and the Dodgers are in the same division. Like, I saw some hypothetical tweets like, "Oh, just move them to a different division," but like the Padres are probably going to be a wild card team, and that just doesn't play to their skill level. Like
Crazy.
they're the second best team in the National League. I think I still think the Dodgers are better, but they're the second best team in the whole National League, and they're going to have to fight for a wild card spot pretty much.
Third best, but yeah.
The Mets,
The
the Mets,
The
the Mets
are
are
ready.
back this year. They're pretty
The
back
Mets
this
are
year. I mean,
so back. The Mets are
you got the
so
little
back.
decor in the back.
The
I saw
2015 Mets, they're back.
We should insert a clip with the 2015 Mets highlights here.
Yeah.
Just running a little bit.
Backstory: we used to be in high school, and in the lunchroom, Kyle would just see me watching the 2015 Mets highlights on my phone,
This kid was crying to him.
thinking about the glory days. But now the
Daniel
Mets are
Murphy.
so back. So back. Lindor, huge addition to the Mets. I mean, baseball's back. I mean, I'm excited though.
Yeah, but just to stay in the baseball lane, are you mad as a Mets fan that you guys didn't get more? I mean, I know you guys were expecting a lot in free agency. You got some key pieces, but you didn't get everybody that you thought you were gonna get.
That's a good question. I mean, as a Mets fan, every Mets fan, Mets Twitter was going crazy. thinking we were getting Bauer, Springer, and Lindor. I
It
mean,
seemed
if
like
we
every
got
free agent.
if we got all of them, I mean, wow, good, great for
Kill
them. But
squad.
yeah, but George Springer, in my opinion, overpaid. Got way too overpaid. I don't
Hmm.
remember the contract off the top of my head, but I just remember seeing it and wow, the Blue Jays gave a lot of money. Bauer, I think Bauer made the wrong move. I think
Yeah, I,
Bauer,
I, I actually do agree with that.
yeah, I think he took the Mickey Mouse cakewalk scenario. I
Hmm.
think you're the Cy Young. Yes, you would be shadowed. You would be a shadow of DeGrom because you're going to the Mets. They have the best pitcher in
He's
baseball. But you can help bring the Mets a World Series. I mean, the Dodgers just won. You're not bringing the fans anything. The Mets have not won in a long time. Yes, we went in 2015, but we got crushed. I mean, you go to the Mets and you have a real shot at winning. Yes, you have a shot at winning at the Dodgers, but I just feel like
It
you're
would
the
mean
third best
more if
pitcher.
you won it.
Yeah, you're the third best pitcher on the team too. I think Bueller is better, and I think Kershaw is better than Bauer.
Agreed.
So
Definitely.
I it definitely would mean more, and I feel like you took less money, so obviously you just want the ring.
Hmm.
I think it's the wrong choice, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like Trevor Bauer has a lot of like extracurricular activities going on, like between
Yeah,
all the stuff he does in media, all that jazz. So being in LA, I think he will get overshadowed a little bit in a sense. So if you went to another market like New York City, like if you went to the Mets, I think he would thrive better there as like off the field basis better, just
yeah.
because Kershaw's out there, they got the Padres are out there, Mike Trout's out there. Like there's just a lot going on in
Yeah.
California. But that's just people love Mickey Mouse rings. He's like Kevin.
I'm,
He's the Kevin Durant of MLB.
yeah, and like last year could have been a fluke. Like it was 60 games. Like we don't know how he will be because and he was in the worst division. Like he was like thrown to like anybody. Like I could have been out there hitting the ball. Like it's not like he like if you come to the Mets and you do that good again, you're in the best
In the
division
NL
of
East.
baseball. You're in the best division. Who's better?
I don't know. I mean, I think
Nah,
the Dodgers and Padres division's better.
nah. Come on, they got the Braves, the Phillies, the
It's
Nationals,
it's t- it's top
and the
heavy, but
Marlins. The Marlins made the playoffs last year.
all right, that was a miracle. It was 60
Yeah,
games, like you
but they
said.
still made it. We got the World Series champs from a couple years ago in the Washington. Philly's always good, decent. I mean, Romoto just got hurt, but I think he's better now. And we got the Braves who were in the championship game last year. But I think you come here, you prove yourself. You're behind Degrom. You could win the Cy Young still. I mean, I don't think you're winning over Degrom, but I think it's a bad choice on his part personally.
Yeah, and did you see him and Syndergaard beefing
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitter?
He's the
That was nice.
he's the Mets' number one enemy now. He does not want
Yeah,
to.
it'll be cool if they play in the playoffs. Like that would be pretty
They're
nice.
gonna get
It was
crushed.
like a yeah.
The Dodgers are gonna
You,
get crushed.
you think? Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
maybe if
think.
Daniel Murphy just spawns on the field and just
I don't think the Dodgers
starts
could
hitting
beat.
lasers over the right field
I don't
fence.
think the Dodgers could beat the Mets in the playoffs.
All
Might be a
right,
little biased, but
to
yeah.
each his own.
What about the Yankees? How you feel about them coming into the season?
It's probably gonna be the same thing every single year. I mean, they're gonna start out hot. Aaron Judge is gonna tore his pectoral, and then Stanton's gonna tweak his oblique, and then we're done.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
gonna DJ LeMahieu's gonna hit 480.
Yankees are a great team. I don't know why they always lose. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I,
it's a pitching staff. Honestly, they don't have a deep pitching staff. Uh, like that gets like the third, fourth guy. That guy that you really need to lean on in the
yeah,
postseason at some point. Like when we had CC Sabathia, and he would
yeah,
just go out there. He was like our solid three, and he would go out there and throw 7 innings. Give up 2 runs. He'd just have a gutsy performance. We don't have that. We need to get
yeah,
that back.
yeah.
But all right,
No,
let's stop talking baseball. All
yeah.
right,
Let's go into the
what else
next
we got?
sport. The next
We got
sport,
the NBA All-Star, NBA
yep,
All-Star rosters.
the All Stars. Two of your own made the
What do you?
team.
I know they are struggling right now. The Celtics.
The
I
seed.
can't even believe it. It's
What do you
it's
think?
not even fun to watch anymore.
What's up with them? Why are they so bad?
I saw something that made a lot of sense to me. They were saying that Tatum and Brown know how to create shots for themselves. So when
Yeah.
you have your two star players only know how to create shots for themselves and not other players. I mean, it's just like a heavy emphasis. And then Tatum scored 9 points last game. So like, they just gotta find a way to move the ball around. Kemba's got to play better. It's
Ooh, you're
it's
blaming Cardiac Kemba?
Yeah, I love Cardiac Kemba. That's my guy, and he's playing. I mean, he balled out last game, he has not been playing good.
I actually saw a stat where Kemba's been playing the best out of them three. Kemba shooting like
It's 'cause
44%. I mean, Tatum was shooting like 37 over the past like 6 games or something.
it's
28.
so bad.
Like
He's
Tatum is
shooting
shooting
bricks.
terrible. I don't know what he did. I think this All-Star break is huge for him because he's got to come back and score some points because we have him on a fantasy team together. So
Yeah,
not,
it's
not
it's
only
big.
not only real life but fantasy too. We need him to do better. Come on.
The All-Star break is good for our fantasy team, and it's good for the Celtics. I mean, it's nice. Get a little relaxed, hit the reset button, get back after it. I think they'll be fine. They'll make the playoffs. Maybe 4 seed, hopefully.
Maybe.
They'll get hot. They'll get hot.
We'll
But
see.
all right. So Devin Booker did get in, right?
He replaced
Who's
David.
AD? Gotcha. Yeah, he was. That was a pretty bad snub.
Yeah, I
Devin
mean,
Booker he was averaging 25, 5 and 5.
yeah. So the argument with Devin Booker is, which I don't understand, is well, everyone says when you say snub, you gotta replace the person with someone. So I'm putting Devin Booker over Chris Paul. I mean, yes, the Suns didn't make the playoffs last year, and I think they're the 4 seed right now. Yeah, Chris Paul came, but we forget Ayton was suspended 25 games last year for PEDs, so
Mm-hmm.
Booker didn't have him. I mean, McCall Bridges took a big step this year, and he's playing very well. So yes, CP3 came in, but these people are also developing, and it's still Booker's team. At the end of the day, who are you giving the last shot to? I'm giving it to Booker no matter what.
Give it to Booker every time.
Yeah, yes, CP3 is a great player, but I'm still giving it to Booker.
And it's kind of mind-boggling to me that the people that are voting on this are watching the Suns game. So they're watching Chris Paul and Booker play at the same time, and I think Booker's playing better than Chris Paul's assists are crazy. They're crazy up right now. He's creating a lot of shots for other people, but Booker, he's creating shots for Booker, and Booker's putting them in because they're winning games. It's just it amazed me that he didn't get in right away, but he is in. Good for him. Got what he wanted. Also, did you see the loyalty Jimmy Butler? He
Yes,
said
he did.
he declined. He got voted in. He declined because Bam Adebayo didn't get in.
Yeah, I think that was I think that was a mix of things. Honestly, I think he was a little annoyed he didn't get in originally. Jimmy's not having the
Uh-huh.
greatest season, and
No,
I
the
think
Heat in general aren't having the greatest
yeah,
season.
I think it was also because of the Bam thing, and that's respectable because Bam and him are great teammates. I do personally think Bam's slightly overrated. Don't attack me. Slightly
Slightly.
overrated.
No, I completely agree.
I
He had
think
a big playoffs last year.
yeah, I he's young though. He's like 23, 24, so he's young.
There's
I mean,
a lot of room to grow.
yeah, but I think he's great, but slightly overrated. I don't think he deserved the All-Star game. But I mean, Jimmy, I could see him getting in, but he denied it. Good for him. So we'll see how that goes. I think the Heat are starting to pick it up more now that they're getting like the flow back in a way. Tyler Hero came back a couple games, got injured again. I don't know what's up with him. I think he might have been a
Yeah,
little playoff fluky. He's a great player too, but a little playoff fluky. He's not as good as he was
agreed.
perceived as. He's young too. I mean,
Yeah,
the Heat are a young team too. I think Giannis, they should have gotten Giannis in the offseason. That would have helped them out very much.
yeah. They shoulda, coulda, woulda. Giannis didn't
Giannis,
want to leave Milwaukee, but that's a story for another time. I mean,
yeah.
is that it? Is that it in the NBA? Everyone who made the All-Star team probably made it.
Yeah, I mean, Tatum got moved up to a starter. Sabonis went in for him. People thought Sabonis over Vucevic. Sabonis to me is more of a power forward than a center, and Vucevic is a pure center. He's working with less, pretty much the same numbers. Vucevic is a great player. I think he deserved it 100%. but people think the
It's
credit.
nice to see. It's nice to see Julius Randle get in there, first-time All-Star, and Zach LaVine too. Both of them are balling out this year. The Knicks are Knicks are 500, right? They're 17-17.
Knicks are the 4 seed.
So
Shocking.
yeah. I could see them slide in the second half of the season. Maybe get the 7 or the 8.
I think they'll wind
Just
up
because-
with 6 probably.
Just because the Heat and the Celtics are due, like they're gonna pick it up at some point, and
Maybe.
they're under the they're under the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks could continue this all year.
Yeah, I think the Knicks probably end up with the 7-6, like you said.
They're a playoff team though. They're playing great.
They're playing wonderful.
Good basketball.
You can't be mad at that. I mean, next we're gonna do a little news segment. We're gonna do a little debate. I mean, we talked
debate.
before. Yeah, we talked before to make sure we were on different sides because we didn't want to debate and then we were both on the
It'd
same
be the
side.
same thing.
Yeah, so we're gonna say, who would you rather, or who's the better player, Giannis or Anthony Davis? So, Kyle, who do you say?
I took Anthony Davis.
I think that's
I just
I think that's
Giannis is good, but like Giannis is a great player. Don't get me wrong, top 5 in the NBA. But I think Anthony Davis, at the end of the day, last shot, I'd give it to AD in the post. I would take that anytime over Giannis. Giannis can't make free throws when the game's on the line. Like, how are you gonna have the best player in the NBA, king of the NBA, not be able to make a free throw when the game's on the line? Just that to me, he can't. If you can't take the big shot, you can't be the best player.
I mean, he's shooting 66% from the free throw, so relax. Can't make a free throw. That's all right. He can't make a normal shot. I mean, Giannis,
All right.
I think it's crazy that you would even consider Anthony Davis over. I mean, not crazy you would consider, but
It's opinion. It's opinion.
yeah, Giannis is a 2-time MVP. He's a defensive player of the year last year. He's averaging 29, 12, 6, 1, and 1. How could you put Anthony Davis over that? Yes, he's shooting, I think, 28% from the 3, but he's also taken 3 more threes than Anthony Davis a game. And Anthony Davis is averaging like 30 or something, I'm pretty sure. So,
Yeah.
and
It's
I just
It
never
comes
seen
down to
Anthony Davis
playoffs
play
for
at that
me.
level. But you can't say the playoffs because what did Anthony Davis do before he went to LeBron in the playoffs?
well, he won a championship last year when Giannis
But
didn't.
he went to go play with the top 2 player of all time. Giannis has never even played with the top 10 player of all time. Of not all time in the NBA right now.
True, but I don't know. I don't like Giannis personally. It's a personal opinion. I don't think he's all he's cracked up to be. He's a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he could ever reach like the stardom and status of LeBron. Like
Well, no.
that would probably be his. That would be his comparison. Like that would be his ceiling if you were saying like he could end up being like sort of LeBron James prototype, but I don't ever see him reaching that expectation.
I mean, I just think that like we were talking about Mickey Mouse rings. Anthony Davis went and he got himself a Mickey Mouse ring.
Yeah, the Heat were not very good.
Come on,
Like
they
Yeah.
play. Like people say, Giannis never won a ring. What did AD do in the playoffs before he had a good player next to him? Giannis averages 29 points and he can't shoot the ball. You know how skillful that is? You can't shoot the ball. The other team knows what
He's
you're going to do.
He's 9 feet tall. He is 9 feet tall.
The other team knows what he's going to do. And
Sure.
they can't stop it. And he's averaging a steal and a block, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. He's a better facilitator. Yeah, Anthony Davis is a better dribbler. But I'm taking Giannis every day. I think it's absurd to not take him. Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
pick.
I mean, because you kind of put me in my place here. You had a nice little argument that Giannis is better. Don't get me wrong. If Giannis was on my team, if Giannis was on the Celtics,
you're not
let's just say,
You're not.
he'd be my favorite player. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just like I said, it's opinion.
Yeah, that's where I think now. For sure.
All right. What do we? So to wrap it up, we are gonna do.
New segment.
This is something
too.
new segment. Yeah, we're gonna do building a franchise quarterback. So like you know how they throw those graphics out on Instagram
Yeah.
or whatever. It'll be like this guy's legs, this guy's arms, this
Mhm.
guy's IQ. So we're just gonna break it down that way. See our personal preferences for Rocco's franchise Jets quarterback and my Giants quarterback.
Okay. So you want to do like 1-1? Like do each like go back and forth?
Yeah, well we'll pick a certain attribute and then we'll each
Okay.
pick.
Okay. So you want to go first?
Yeah, we'll start with IQ.
Okay.
This is an easy one. Tom Brady, obviously,
Yeah, I'm going Tom
for
Brady.
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Arm. So this arm, the category arm is strictly on how big of an arm you have and how far you can throw the ball and stuff like that. My guy, Josh Allen.
Okay. My guy, Mahomes, who
Patrick
crapped on Josh.
Mahomes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So next, we'll do passing accuracy. We'll do that, like short passing, long passing, like stuff like that. Who are you taking? Or I'll go first. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
Does it have to be like a current quarterback?
No.
I would.
I'm debating two people. I want to see if you choose the one.
I was gonna take Drew Brees from 5 years ago.
Okay. I was
Like,
gonna maybe say Peyton Manning over Aaron Rodgers, but
okay, that makes sense.
I'm
Yeah, I
choosing.
like Drew Brees a couple years ago. He was an absolute dog.
Yeah. Okay. So next, what's the next thing?
It'd probably be running ability, right?
Yeah.
But for my franchise quarterback, I wouldn't want somebody who runs the ball like Lamar Jackson. Personal opinion again. So I want Russell Wilson's legs, just somebody that could extend the play just far enough to find the open man.
I'll probably take Lamar Jackson because so fast, and you have all the attributes of these other great quarterbacks. So I don't think you're having a downfall with that.
And
You're a quarterback.
what else is there?
What's another attribute?
I know. I'm trying to think. Reading defenses, but
That's like
Tom Brady. Tom Brady again. I'll take.
Yeah.
Absolutely slices and dices defenses for a living. So.
I mean, no.
That's obvious.
Either way, I think both of our quarterbacks would win Super Bowls. I don't really.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
I don't see any of these quarterbacks doing bad in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could also do like worst quarterback imaginable.
All right, we'll do that.
IQ. You want to do current? You want to do current so it's more like relatable?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do current.
All right, so right off the bat, IQ, I would go with the IQ of Jameis Winston.
Okay. I would go the IQ.
IQ and reading defense's ability, well, that's the same umbrella. So
yeah, I'm going Drew Lock. I'm going Drew Lock. Arm strength.
Arm strength. 2020 Drew Brees.
Oh, damn, that's good.
That guy couldn't throw the ball 15 yards.
Arm strength. Who could not? That's a good one, Drew Brees. I'm going to try to do a different one. I'll probably go. Maybe Darnold. I'll go Darnold. I don't think he has the strongest arm. I've seen him throw the ball. It's not that good. It's like decent.
So legs, right? This is legs?
No, accuracy.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, that's a good one.
Kirk Cousins sucks. He's probably my least favorite quarterback in the NFL, I think.
Yeah,
he's got to be.
Pretty bad. Oh, accuracy. Who would I go? Honestly, I'm probably. This might get a little hated. I might go Lamar. I think Lamar.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good pick.
I don't think Lamar is the most accurate QB. So legs, the worst legs. Oh, I know. Tom Brady. I'll go Tom Brady.
Damn, you saw that. I was gonna use Kirk Cousins again, but I'm not.
Okay, because then you're just building Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, because if you were to say give me the worst quarterback, I would just say everything Kirk Cousins has. Legs. I'm not gonna say it.
Who?
Alex Smith.
Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up.
It had to be said.
It makes sense.
It was a very good point, but it was a low blow. I'm sorry.
It was a low blow. No, but yeah. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the new segments in the episode. It's been a good one. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, let us know what else you'd like to see.